Everybody, welcome back to NotTFC episode 25 with me, Sid. And first off, apologies for not streaming last Sunday. Those of you who follow me on Twitter will have hopefully seen the tweet that I basically was doing a whole load of moving. We're having a walk-in wardrobe built off our attic room, and we needed to move all the space out, all the stuff out of the space that's going to go in, down to the. Oh, he's hungry. I'm getting lost. There we go. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, and consequently, I was absolutely knackered by the time that I got round to the evening. So yeah, one of them things. Right, so the last thing, we left ourselves with a few bits. We've got a few additional trees which we can make, and we also have to make some bits and pieces and more bits and pieces with other bits and pieces. I have spoken about having a church and a priest. That is something I'd like to do. Whether we do that this episode or next, I don't know. However, a ground trap would be entertaining. So if I were to go in here and say I want chest, 5 of them. I don't know how many of these to do. Maybe, I think I'll do 4. Should I do 4? Should I do... Hang on. Here's a thought. See, these are buried into the ground. So what I'm thinking is if I go with a hopper, we've got 2 of those, so that's fine. That gives me 2 of those with 2 of those. Right. Yeah. So we need string sticks and trapdoors. Trapdoors. String and sticks. There we go. Make me that 1, 2. There we go. That will do the trick nicely. I also want to have a look at some walls. We'll take those and some gates if we've got any. We don't. Can I make a gate? Let me have a look. Gates are just basically the opposite of things, aren't they? Yeah. So we just want to do that. Will do me. And let me have a look what we fixed like for lanterns. Got a few. Can we make a few more? Probably not with that lot. Why is all that food in there? Oh, because I'm making for food packs. That's right. Let me drop those off. Got that. The other thing I wanted was saplings. I think we just want oak for these ones. No, hang on. 3. Okay. Wow. Expensive these days. Right. So we'll do that. That gives me an apple tree. That for a plum tree, and that for a pear tree. Good. That's a whole load of things done. We also need just to double check up here. So we've done those are fine. This is very close to perfect. It's not quite there yet, but that's fine. Oh, that's not so good though. Bonk. Yep, and it's hopping on fruit with Sid. Episode 25. Yeah, so I'm just going to get these going. That's that was at 98. That is at 75, 83, 68, 77. Getting there, basically. It is getting there. I'm going to pop that. In fact, we'll clear that side out. I need to get those, turn those into water. And yeah, so 75 to 74, that's an improvement, so we'll do that one over. And that's mead, isn't it, I think? Yeah. 83 to 80, definitely also an improvement, so do the same again. And I'm just going to do this, and we'll do the same with the iron wine, and we'll be good. So leave that with me, and I shall be back in a mo. Alright, So the first thing I want to do is just going to be over here on this little spit of land. There's not a lot in it, so I should really have made. Let's just come out here like so. And what I want to do is I want to get you and go plob and plob, and then get a hopper here. Hang on, a hopper there and a hopper there. I'm going to stick down a couple of traps. We'll stick. Oh no, we can't do that because that won't work, will it? No, of course it won't. Ow, itch, itch, itch. However, what will work is let's have a look what we got in here. Bit of that with a bit of that going plop 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 plop. That should do the trick. I can take one of those, do that, get that, do a couple of those. There we go, like that. Make me some trapdoors. All good. And we can basically go and plop that on there. All is good. And then in here we stick in 64 bait. In there we stick in 64 bait. And eventually this should start pulling in stuff which will end up in that chest. That's the theory. It's going to take a while though. So while we're at it, we'll head off and we'll carry on doing some more. We've got 3 trees to add to our orchard, so we'll go and do that next. But I can't believe how from the hole in the hillside, how much this has gone on. You know, I really need to do some more in the castle. That's the only thing where I'm really coming up short, I think. 1, then 1, then 1, 2, 1, bang. Apple tree, and 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Now what I'll do, as we think, we'll have this just cut back a little bit like that, just to make room for it. That should be fine. I didn't bring any bone meal with me, so unless there's any friendly skeletons in the area, we're stuffed on that score. Get rid of that lot and that, because it's not like we can't get more, is it? He says, oh damn it. I should do is, I think, I'll have that bit of dirt, because I might want that. Right, let's leave those to it. We're going to head over to the other side of the compound now, where our courier is busily at work. We'll check the soya beans and get those processed. See, the irony here is this. The soya beans are a replacement for protein, but this really hasn't worked yet, has it? No. Oh, there was something there. I saw it. However, this is going to get me meat. So, soya beans or meat, doesn't really matter one way or the other. But, and this is the great irony, the byproduct of processing soya beans is bait to catch meat. Yeah, I think somebody didn't think something through there. Definitely didn't. Anyway, we have got a space over here, which I would like to use. I'm going to have this lot and this one. This we shall just completely block off. Important to remember it's there though. What we don't want to do is dig down and inadvertently find ourselves in that hole down to bedrock. That could be somewhat catastrophic. Okay, so let us think this through now. I'm going to basically pull this out this side, and this is actually going to be more of a rectangular style of field. We're going to need a crafting bench, so I don't know whether I've set one up in here or not. How are you doing, sir? Yes, I did set one up in here. That'll do us for now. And what we are going to have is we're going to have basically a... Now I can get away with putting these right up to the wall, can't I think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. All of this lot can be repurposed as we go. However, I think we'll go slightly longer actually. 6. To there. I like the random placement of these as well. It really does add that element. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I were to come over here and do that, almost there. That leaves me with 5. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That works, I think. And we'll basically put wall around it. We've got a field and we've got a berry. We've got a berry patch, which will of course give us all the good stuff we need to make the berry wine, which is the one of the 2 we haven't made. The other one is alewort, and I'm not too bothered about that one. Its effect is saturation, which I don't know, actually it might be worthwhile just trying it out. So if we come in here with that, whack in a block here, we'll need a chisel. Get that going, do you into that, and we'll bang you down there, and then we'll stick you in there. Perfect. Get a little bit of light on the corners like that, and then one at each corner, and then it's just a matter of decorating this area up. And Bob is the relation of your choice. So it just, again, just come down. I'm going to leave a few with some of this grass on because why not? And oops. Like that perhaps, and then there. And all of this will just work its way down quite comfortably. So I'm going to quickly sleep. I'll be back once I've finished off decorating this bit. Right, well, it looks like this is working pretty well. We've got a bit of turkey, a bit of duck, some chicken, an egg, feathers, and some leather. So these are doing their work. The things in over there now, I do want to grab some more. I want to make some more walls. But I want to grab something else first, and I think actually we're going to need to go to the tree farm, because that's where we have a very large number of saplings that are just waiting to do nothing. So that will give me everything we need to proceed with the next little plan I've got for the farming area. And it's a kind of a general plan. It's nothing fancy, just purely to decorate it up a little bit. We also need to get more storage in the warehouse, so that's the thing. And yeah, got lots to do, lots and lots to do. My inventory is not looking too bad, which makes a bloody change. Let's go and have a look at this lot, see how these are going. Yeah, we're not too bad at the moment. We'll live. In fact, we should probably just throw that out there. Don't really probably get picked up. Yeah, it should do. Now, if we look in here, we should see that we have got a large number of saplings. So I need 5. I think will do me the trick. No, hang on. I want plant balls. Oh, it's just 4. Okay. That's actually more powerful than I thought it was. And it's not working with oak. Why are you not working with oak? Oak. Coagulator thing, that's oak. You appear to work like that. Figures. Go figure, that's all I can say. Go figure. So this stuff is really handy, as you know. We've used it a wee bit. I'm going to take another, at least another 2 stacks, I think. That should do us. However, it has got one practical application which is going to be really useful for decorative purposes and also for food purposes. Now, first things first, it was pointed out that bone mealing a bush would spread it. So I went off looking for these bushes. I'm wondering whether coagulated plant ball doesn't, but apparently a bone meal will spread these around. So yeah, I could have just bone mealed them. Duh. What can you say other than duh? But let me go and grab a few bits and pieces, and we shall proceed with the next little plan I have. Back in a mo. Actually, back sooner than in a mo, because we have a slight issue. Bosun Herring is going absolutely mad. He is pulling out tools and stuff which we can't use like a madman. I don't think we have a bin facility in this either, do we? We don't. Can I put that in there? I can, and that. I don't want to put that in there though. Now here's the issue. I can't use these. Well, I couldn't use the fishing rod. I can't use that at all. So I might as well just go and throw these away. I know this seems highly irregular, but we don't really need that either. You know, when you've got somebody who is as efficient as this at actually generating items which you can't bloody use, like power 4, I can't use it. I can't enchant bows. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, to say the least. It's depressing. That's what it is. But it don't matter. We'll go and collect what is picked up, and we'll see about putting some of these. Why have you picked up rotten flesh and string? Surely not. That's no use to us. Is there anything else? The saddles I don't really need. I've got more saddles than I know what to do with as well. So I suppose what we need to do is just manage Bosun Herring. And spikes we can use. Power 4 we can't. So we'll keep that one. And we'll get rid of the bottle. There we go. That should do us for now. And what I'll probably do then is, if I come in here, what's this looking like now? That's empty. That sorts. That goes in along with taking that and that out. Now he seems to be getting a hell of a lot of battery. You know what? I should have just throw them there for now, and that one. Especially seeing as he's gone, oh, time for bed. Coward. But what I should do is probably take, what have we got? We've got full stacks of ink sacks, and we can leave the glass bottle behind. take out another full stack of ink sacks. Anything else? Yeah, that'll do. Okay, let me pull myself together and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, it's another fine morning. We have worked into the night, so there are probably a few hostile friends around. This is doing its thing quite happily. And yeah, that's, yeah, it's not fast, but it doesn't have to be. It's unattended. Oh, I'm coming this way. And we need to implement our super duper plan B. Yeah. Not plan B. It's not even plan A. It's just a plan. It's a plan with far too much significance attached to it. Take 3 of those. That should be more than adequate. And we shall, first things first, we shall go and harvest some potatoes, some wheat, and some carrots, and some lettuce. And we're going to get these into the system and stored away, because the idea of this was to bulk grow things while we can through the summer and the spring, before, you know, winter comes along and kills all of our crops. Whether winter will come along before we get around to moving on to version 2 is another question. But yeah, still got lots to be going on with. I mean, this is no means complete, although to be fair, the castle is probably as complete as it needs to be. It just needs a few finishing touches like some guards and the likes, just throwing in for good measure. But I have, oh god, here we go, I have very clear childhood memories of, we're going to have to come back for these, aren't we, damn you, of growing up in a village in England with massive great wheat fields everywhere. And that wheat field is fine, but it's not very, what you could call massive or great. Right, let me get you put together, and we're going to leave you as a barrel. And I'll pop you here, and we will spud you. I don't know whether there's anything else we really want to do with that, but while we're here, let's get some more barrels going, and that's 5 barrels for the time being. So we can just basically use barrels as storage, for bulk storage for these crops. That's the idea here. It is entirely possible, and I may come back and alter the courier's routing order to, I drop them off and he kind of picks them up and puts them into the respective places. I'm not entirely sure whether that's what we'll end up doing, but you know, it's an option and it's possible, so why not? Anyway, I'm going to harvest the crops and get that bit done, and then we'll move on to the plan that I have that will allow me to be all nostalgic and insufferable about my idyllic childhood. It wasn't really, although, you know, it wasn't a bad childhood. It was, as childhood goes, I'm sure there are many people who've had worse. Okay, give me that. Gimme. Thank you. Do I want to save these seeds? Yeah, probably not. We'll stick them in there for now. And we'll grab these beets while we're at it, because the beets must go on. Sorry, I always use that joke at home, and I get into trouble with it from my wife all the time because it's terrible. But I can't help it. It's just how I am. You can go in there. And the wheat can go in there. Lovely. And the potato, the horrible toxic potato that we have, can go over there. I don't think we have anything for compost, do we, in this? Composting would be a things in possibly hard wheat sticks. How do you make them? They need to be softened. Oh, I've got no idea. Soggy noodles. Don't know how you make those though. But anyway, we don't have any composting tools. But a composting thing would be ideal, realistically. Anyway, back in a bit. All right, so harvested a whole lot. We've still got the peppers and the tomatoes to do, but we'll live with that as is. So what we're going to do is we're going to just connect up here to here. And we'll whack a gate in there. Again, this is not actually important. It's just one of those things that we need to do. And then we can basically run down here till we get to, oh, I don't know, out here a ways, and then we can start putting in a meandering brick wall or stone wall around here. Not there. And bring it round and kind of back on itself. As we go until we've got a rather largish, hopefully rather largish anyway, walled off field area. And we'll take that out. We'll quickly sleep because that's a good thing to do when once it's night time. Okay, so big random shape fields, and we're going to have a few more of these. This is just one of several. That's the theory anyway. The practice, of course, may be very different. Let me bring this over to here and then across like this, and then we'll come in like this perhaps. Across here. How are we doing there? Nope. I'll have to pop out a little bit, I think. Nope. Bloody grass is a pain. Like that. So we end up with this rather large expanse of fieldiness. Because what barley is a natura crop and not a vanilla crop, I don't know for definite, but it may not be subject to what's the word I'm looking for? Help me here. It may not be subject to the wild carrots. Okay, that's fine. I don't want any of that. What I want is this all cleared. All of it out the way. Come on. And then all of this as well. It may not be subject to the temperature effect of tough as nails. As I don't know for definite, and about the only way to be absolutely certain is right. Let me just go and pick up and dispose of some garbage, because otherwise we are going to be getting this all day, all over the shop. Put a little bit of you down over there, over there, over there, over there. Well, bloody hell, here we go. Yeah, these carrots are probably not a good idea. I was reading today that apparently carrots are not naturally orange, and that if you were to go back, in time, to like 1600s, you'd find that carrots were very different from the, I won't use the word engineered, because obviously we're not talking about engineered things, we're talking about husbanded, bred, carefully. Eugenics, I suppose, is another way to describe it. Okay, that's fine. Let me, so what we're going to do is we are going to get our hoe, and we're going to get a barley seed, and we are going to pop you down there. No, okay. We're not going to do it that way then. We're going to have to go and borrow some water from somewhere. Let me just come through here. I'll do us. Right, that makes life easy, doesn't it? There you go. And those. Come on, get rid of them all. And that. Oh, I didn't want to. Oh, damn it. First law of sod states, don't jump in with all the stuff you just thrown away. Okay. Think that should do us. And we can pop you back. We can get our bucket and we shall dig a hole and we shall pop you in and take that away, and the world shall be good and the world shall be happy, and we shall plant a barley seed, and we shall take the barley seed and we shall bone meal it to health. It is a mature barley seed, and then we shall place we shall place this back, and we shall grab you and we shall go bang, 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 bang. And basically, we're going to use plant balls to spread this barley all over this bloody field. The sheep, eventually this will grow. I'm just trying to see if there's anywhere. It's very difficult to spot with the way you've missed with this, unfortunately, but and you are going to get a little bit of it out in other places, but given how cheap these actually are, this should look pretty good, I think, once it's nearly gone through all of those plant balls we made. We're going to have to go make some more. There's probably loads out here now. Yeah, but again, we're not to worry about those. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll get this out here and I'll be back in a bit. One trick I found is if you bone meal it not quite too full, and when you duplicate it, it duplicates at that growth stage, which is a hell of a lot easier to see where you've missed. Now it is doing everything everywhere. It's basically going outside the walls, but that's fine. You can always go back and remove it later, but this is a lot easier to see where oh come on, this is the last stack. I may go through actually and just, because this is supposed to be wild anywhere, a field. Now, again, if you've grown up in any kind of rural setting, you will know that fields seldom have a uniform, perfect spread of crops. You get the odd weed, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say, and that almost makes it perfect, because what we can do is come down here and go bang and maybe give you a bit of a height boost, and we can pop in here and there. How did I get a few flowers? I did. So we can also pop those down, and that one of them, yeah, we'll stick one of those there. That can go there, and so on and so forth. So we can basically make it look a little bit more as it should do, if it were a real field. Let's Especially if I hadn't thrown all those plants away. Ah well. You know what? Hindsight is 20/20, so they say. But yeah, that's going to, I think, look reasonable. Now, what I do need to do is go and take out some of the... Well, again, I don't mind having the odd little bit outside the walls, because what you get is, in any kind of environment, is cross spread. You know, these things, the seeds get out between seasons and will grow outside the walls. So having the odd bit out there is actually not a major issue. I don't want is vast quantities of it. Let me just get rid of the barley seeds and those, and we'll pinch one of them. And what else can we have? We'll have a bit of one of them ones. Do you reckon you'll plant? You look like you'll look interesting. They look quite interesting actually. So we'll have a little bit of that as a weed. What are you? You look kind of weedy as well. Heart's Delight, lovely. Floating flower, that will definitely be one of our candidates, because it's floating and a flower, which does not work. So basically, by using the plant balls, which are cheap, but they're not so cheap that you can just sit there and go mad with them. That's probably worth saying. Oh, bum. Okay, doesn't matter. But you know, you can get quite the effect. Well, at least I think it's quite a nice effect anyway. Heart's Delight does not want to plant, neither does that. Alright, fine. Be like that then. We'll plant that instead. And we'll stick one of these there. And that, I think, will do. We'll just let this lot grow a little bit. I'm going to poddle around, do a little bit of mate work just to pass the time while this grows in, and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I think this is going to take quite a while, so this is going to be our screenshot for the day. I just want to go back and check on boats and herring, because, and I've also got these to drop off if the thing. So we've put a whole load more barrels in. This is doing its thing. Those are not ready. I think we'll just leave those there for now. Getting plenty of this coming out. The animal traps are working very well, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that boats and herring will have overflowed again, because from past experience with Ancient Warfare NPCs, they, if anything, are too efficient, and consequently you have to constantly monitor them. So we had where is he? We appear to be full again. Where has he gone? Has he died? Oh. You're grumbling there's no food, okay. Well, that actually works for us at the moment, because, you see, the problem is this guy is far too efficient. And as you can see, we've got an efficiency looting book, utterly useless to us, a mending scrapping fishing rod, we've got some more. That, a sharpness, again, useless. Boots, useless. Well, actually, though, they're not useless. We can use those, although we've got quite a few. In fact, some of these bows might actually not be, might not be that useless. I'm not sure exactly how this will work with our friends over the pond, but I'm going to take 64 fish, drop those off. What else have we got? Anything close, even close to 64? Take the raw perch, take the mudfish. We'll convert those back into raw fish as well. We'll grab some of those, we'll sort again, and that should give us that. Now the mending rod is garbage, so that can go. Efficiency, looting and sharpness, not so bad, because we can actually enchant any tools we give to our guards, which might be better, might give them an edge. However, we need to sort out bows and herring before we go any further, and I'm not entirely sure how long I've been recording now, so we're going to just come down here. And have I got anything that's got any fuel in it? This one apparently, and oops, this one, and maybe that one. Yeah, that'll do. Cook those up. We'll drop this crap off along with that and that and that, and those and those. You can go away as can. Well, you could go away had I got the space for you, but I've filled up again, haven't I? I never know what to get rid of, you know. Cobble. Cobble is, yeah, it's useful to carry, but it's not that desperate to carry. There we go. Let's have a just check on these. We know that's okay. That's 0.99, 0.99. Okay, that's fine. We'll set another one off. And we'll chuck that. 74 to 75. That's crap. Chuck it. 91. Take it. And chuck that one. And then what we got here? 84 from 80. Okay, that's good. We'll have those. And finally, and again, I realise that doing this and this, where one is so vastly superior to the other, is largely pointless. But you know what? As you can see, sometimes they jump forward, and it's entirely possible that one could jump further forward than it's slightly in advance of its cousin. So let's grab some mead. And that going, and that is going, and that is going. Everything's going, everything's good. Let me see how long I've been recording, and I'll be back with you in a second. And the answer is altogether far too long. I've been recording for about 42 minutes. So yeah, again, there will be no stream this weekend. That is because at the point that you are watching this, or at least the day you're watching this, because at varying times, I'm going away for just a week to North Africa, Marrakesh, for a week in the sun. Everything's pre-recorded, yada yada yada. But yeah, no stream because I won't be here. There'll be no stream the following week because I'll have only just got back. So it's going to be a couple of weeks before we get a stream in. But such is life. We'll leave Mardy there waiting for his food. He's actually ate a lot as well. That's surprising. That is surprising how much he's snarfed. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. And I will see you soon. And bye for now.